Good morning, YouTube. Hope everything's well today. I hope everybody's having a better today than yesterday. No doubt about it. Let's see. But wow. Morning, Austin. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well. Oh, Hello? Oh, whoever it was left. Damn it, I was too slow. Too slow on the go. Don't you know? Oh, fuck me. What? $1,000? Alright, this video is brought to you by Tonka Systems. TONIK. About $1,000 motherboard. That's just crazy. Let's see here. For entertainment purposes only. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Thank you.
This motherboard.
Republican.
Today, I'll be looking at the Asus Republic of Gamers Maximus Z790 Extreme. It's one of the most expensive motherboards on the market right now for Intel's 13th generation of processors. This motherboard is one of the sleekest boards on the market right now, and it is an example of a great design with enough extras to make it stand out and look great. The LGA 1700 socket is surrounded by massive heat sinks which cover the voltage regulator module. It makes it look like a giant coliseum, and I have an awesome looking CPU water block that I'm super excited to see in this setup. The socket also supports LGA 1200 cooling systems, but it is recommended to use the most updated LGA 1700 cooling systems on this board. This motherboard has great power delivery, touting 24+1 team power stages rated at 105 amps. You'll be set to overclock at any level, including LN2. Jumping to memory, we have 4 memory slots that support up to 128 gigabytes of DDR5 memory. Now, this memory is able to run stably at 7,800 mega transfers per second through Intel's Extreme Memory Profiles, or XMP profiles. Now, you can overclock your RAM past this, but it isn't guaranteed that your system will run stable if you do so. Right next to the memory, we have a DIMM.2 slot. This Asus proprietary slot allows you to install the included DIMM.2 card into the motherboard, which expands your motherboard with 2 additional M.2 slots. You can then install 2 additional NVMe storage devices onto that card. With the 3 M.2 slots located underneath the lower heatsink, this motherboard supports 5 M.2 slots that you can place NVMe storage devices into. Your budget is definitely going to determine how many terabytes of this ridiculously fast storage you're going to be able to use with the motherboard, but this motherboard definitely is not lacking in storage options. One thing to note is that if you do use the PCI 5.0 M.2 slot, the lower PCI 5.0 port will be disabled. In addition to all of the M.2 slots that this motherboard has, there are 6 gigabit per second SATA ports that you can plug traditional platter hard drives or older style SSDs into. PCIe and SATA are available for RAID support through Intel's rapid storage technology. However, SATA ports 1 and 2 are not able to be used with this nor are they allowed to be used as boot devices. Let's take a look at the back I/O panel, and one of the first features that we're going to see is the BIOS flashback button. This button allows you to flash the BIOS at the hardware level versus using software or entering into the BIOS. This is an important feature in case of a BIOS update is released and it doesn't allow your computer to boot any longer. You can use a USB drive and place it into the BIOS labeled USB port, and then use the flashback button to flash your BIOS with a previous BIOS version and resolve that problem. It just makes things a lot easier and gives you that peace of mind that no matter what, you're going to be able to easily flash your BIOS at the hardware level. Some motherboards require you to jump pins together to clear the CMOS or remove the CMOS battery completely. The Z790 Extreme has a clear CMOS button, which makes it extremely easy to clear the CMOS. Next is a standard HDMI 2.1 port. This port is capable of supporting 4K at 60 Hertz. So if you plan on using integrated graphics that come with your processor, you're going to get great 4K visuals. There is an included 10 gigabit Marvell Action Ethernet port. This port should allow you to prioritize different network traffic, and we're definitely going to be taking a look at that when we finish the build. Beside the 10 gigabit Ethernet port is a 2.5 gigabit Intel Ethernet port. In total, there's 7 Type A USB 3.2 Generation 2 ports, 2 Type C USB 3.2 Generation 2 ports, and 1 Thunderbolt 4 port. The motherboard supports Wi-Fi 6E and comes with an antenna. It also supports Intel's double connect technology, which allows you to connect to both 5 gigahertz bands and 2.4 gigahertz bands at once, which means that you can prioritize high traffic needs to the 5 gigahertz and low traffic needs to the 2.4 gigahertz. We're going to definitely test this out once we get the build complete. In terms of audio, we have an optical out port and we have traditional audio ports that are LED illuminated, and they support 7.1 surround sound. The board uses a Realtek ALC 4082 chip, and Asus added their own Supreme FX shielding technology as well. This technology pretty much amounts to a metal plate placed over the audio chip that helps mitigate electronic interference. The only reason this board is not going to meet your sound capability needs is if you work in the sound industry or just are a sound enthusiast. Otherwise, this board has great sound. When it comes to front I/O, this motherboard supports up to 4 additional USB Type A 3.2 Gen 1 ports, 2 USB 2.0 ports, and it also supports a 60-watt fast charging USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type C port. It also has an additional Thunderbolt 4 port. The Z790 Extreme motherboard also has the capability of overclocking your system outside of the BIOS. All you have to do is press the BCLK plus or BCLK minus button to increase or decrease your clock frequency. It is not recommended to do this, as this can actually introduce a lot of instability into your system, but it is an included feature if that is something that you are into and want to explore. The board also supports front headphone and microphone inputs using the supplied audio header. The motherboard also has an LN2 mode, which modifies how the self-timed circuitry operates so that your motherboard is able to start with some of the extremely low temperatures that LN2 introduces. The OSC Sense header is where you're going to use ROG True Voltition. This is going to allow you to read voltage fluctuations that are going to the CPU. However, if you don't trust those voltages, you can use a standalone multimeter at 12 of the provided measuring points. This is for true hardcore overclockers or just curious individuals. The board has a dual BIOS, which means that you can easily change between the 2 BIOSes by using the provided switch. On one BIOS, you could run a very high overclock, and the other BIOS, you can run a very stable setup. That way you can easily switch between the 2 depending on what you want to do. It's not a necessary feature, but it's definitely a very good quality of life feature. The retry button is a great overclocking feature, and when pressed, it tells the system to reboot in quick succession without changing settings until it gets a successful post. This is used when you're stretching your system to the absolute limit with overclocking and you're right on the edge of not being able to boot up. Slow mode lowers the CPU frequency and is used mostly for LN2 overclocking. However, be sure that this is not set, as your CPU might operate at much lower speeds than you want it to during normal operation. The flex key by default will reboot the system, but it can be reassigned in the BIOS to something such as safe boot mode. If you're bench testing your Z790 Extreme, the start button is where you're going to be able to boot up your system. Otherwise, you're going to be using the power button on your case. The V-latch switch enables you to view the onboard voltage regulation. It's going to record true highest and true lowest voltage for you to view. The board comes with a standard system header that allows you to plug in case features such as a power button or any LED indicators. Everyone loves RGB, and this motherboard comes with plenty of headers to support all of your RGB needs. There's also two 4-pin CPU fan headers so that you're able to run any cooler that you would like to. There's also two 4-pin chassis fan headers, as well as two 4-pin radiator fan headers so that you can plug 4 fans directly into the motherboard. Side connections are at a 90-degree angle, which makes it great for cable management, and the cover over top gives the ports a nice, clean, sleek look. This board also supports running 2 water pumps at once and provides you with 2 different water pump headers. Asus also developed their own proprietary water block sensor header. It allows you to run 2 thermal sensors, a flow rate sensor, and a leak sensor all through one 9-pin header. The water in and out headers are to be used with temperature sensors. If you do want to enable the 60-watt fast charging port for the front of your computer case, make sure that you do supply this 6-pin power connector with an appropriate connection from your power supply. The I/O panel cover is nice and sleek, and it does display the name of the motherboard. However, I am definitely more of a no branding fan, but it is what it is. The Animatrix panel is an interesting addition to the motherboard, and I'm not too sure yet how I feel about it, as I'm going to have to wait until I build the system and see what I can make it do before I make any decisions on that feature. The board also has a digital code display, which will display codes as the board is going through its power-up process. If any errors occur, it's going to give you a code that will give you information on how to troubleshoot the board. In addition, the board also has LEDs dedicated to each component, and during post, if any of the components fail, that LED will stay lit and you'll know exactly which component failed post. Below all of this is an OLED screen that is capable of displaying system information. Once I get the system built, I'll be able to play around with it and see just how cool it is. The motherboard has 2 PCI 5.0 x16 slots, however, is only capable of running one at the full x16. If you are using both slots, they will run in x8. Between the 2 PCI 5.0 slots, there is a PCI 4.0 x4 slot. That's all the features of the Asus ROG Maximus Z790 Extreme. Now let's take a look at all the extras that come with it.
Guess that's why you pay $1,000 for all the textures. My board didn't come with any of that stuff. My board was $300. You said nothing. Uh, yeah, it's kind of cool looking board, but I don't know if it's worth $1,000 or not. But there you go. If you got a bunch of extra money, you know what to get. So, who's all in the room? You gonna converse with me or what? Oh my God. Hmm. All right. Who's all in here with me? You gonna speak with me? You gonna relate with me? You can even tell me to go to hell. Damn it. Yeah, it's alive at 5. No doubt about it. How you doing, Moose? Good to see you. Things have been pretty slow here this morning. You need to get us all fired up, damn it. Only the way Moosey can. Why is everyone sipping for Jack? What do you mean? Pray tell, inquiring minds want and need to know what the hell you're talking about, over. Moosey. Can I see your image real quick, bud? Come on. Hell with it. Going on, Moose.
Just another beautiful day in America.
I've heard of that place.
The land of the free, home of no slave.
So what's this? What are you talking about? Why is everyone sipping for Jack? What do you mean by that?
Well, out on these YouTube screens, I've been getting a lot of heat lately. You know, the moose can get a little on the loose, you know.
You're kind of
All these
robot.
people, you know.
You're robot.
That's because the internet. This is the worst internet I've ever had, Larry.
You still in Tennessee?
Almost out of Tennessee. We're almost in Pennsylvania.
That's what I heard. Yeah. Water bottle. Hey, that worked.
Hey, did that?
They're gonna only let you grunt, Moose. I'm sorry, they're only gonna let you grunt. See, that works every time. Oh shit. That car's going rather fast. Oh. Need to get a better tower, huh? Well, go up on top of your camper, stand up on top of your camper and put your little moosey hand up as high as you can, and I'm sure everything will be all better. Damn. What the hell over? Come on, people. Let's get this ball rolling, damn it. Bubbles! That's funny shit. Come on, people. What the hell over? So who are the two people in here? You gonna talk with me? You're gonna interject with me or what? Tell me to go to hell. Something. Tell me I'm a cupcake. There you go. That's gonna trigger me right there, I'll tell you. What the fuck? We have Aberdeen Police Department. Please like, subscribe, and share. Damn it. Guess I gotta do this first. This video is used for entertainment purposes only.
Teen gang members arrested in Aberdeen, charged in the murder of a 20-year-old. And police say the suspect is just 17 years old. WJZ is live at police headquarters in Aberdeen. Dennis Valera is taking a closer look at the case, and he spoke with the victim's heartbroken mother. Dennis.
Nikki, this is something she has been waiting for ever since she learned her daughter died. But this is also a big step for police, who tell me they've been relentlessly working on this case for months.
Yeah, they have.
I'm not the same person. Everything's changed.
July 27, 2022 is a day Tammy Nobles will never forget. It's the day she learned her daughter, Kayla Hamilton, died.
If I'm her mother, I'm supposed to be there to protect her. But you can't protect your kids when they're adults. And I just feel responsible. Because I was supposed to keep her safe.
Aberdeen police say Kayla was found strangled to death in her home here off Inca Street. A 17-year-old undocumented immigrant from El Salvador was identified as a person of interest early on. Federal partners even tapped into the gang MS-13. But it wasn't until this month did they get a match with DNA evidence, resulting in an arrest warrant this weekend.
The senseless loss of life.
Lieutenant Will Reiber says Kayla's death impacted investigators. They worked around the clock to help bring the family closure.
This was about making that arrest for Kayla. And so she just wasn't a number, that this meant something. And it meant something to us to be a part of it. I can tell you it meant a lot to me and our team here in Aberdeen.
Closure is still in the works for Tammy. She doesn't think she'll ever understand why anyone would hurt Kayla.
If you said a kind thing to Kayla, she would stick to you like glue. All she wanted was appreciation and acceptance and someone to love her.
The suspect is facing murder, rape, robbery, and several other charges. He has been charged as an adult. State law does not allow juvenile suspects to be named, even if they are charged as an adult. Now, he is being held without bond at the Hartford County Detention Center. We're live in Aberdeen. I'm Dennis Valera for WJZ.
Wow. Pretty sad. All right, so now we got the Grain Tech. This video is brought to you by the Grain Tech. Please like, subscribe. This video is used for entertainment purposes only.
This is you a one-click overclocking option for not only your CPU, but your GPU and even your RAM. In this video, I am going to test the CPU boost feature found here, my Intel Z490 motherboard. I'm going to let you know which of the 3 settings actually produce the best overall score for me and why I think that is, and maybe why you should actually take a look at this feature on this motherboard. I am the Grain Tech, a gaming insider. If you would like to learn how to improve your gaming performance, start now by clicking that subscribe button and maybe even the like. So right here in the MSI motherboard is where all of this is actually going to happen. You do need to access the BIOS. This is simply a matter of pressing the delete key, the DEL key, when the system is booting up. And then you're presented by this interface. I do have this in advanced mode. I would highly recommend you do the same. That's how we're going to get exactly the settings that we're trying to get. So right here is CPU boost. When I click it, note, it doesn't tell me a single thing. Doesn't tell me what it is actually doing. We're going to leave that there for a second because the second setting that we're going to test is in settings advanced. We're going to leave that right there for the time being because we also have to go here into the OC, the overclocking menu, and find CPU cooler tuning. Right here is another set of variables that we can adjust that correspond to overclocking the CPU itself. You can see the default setting here for power level is 125 watts. We can go upwards to an incredible, essentially 4 gigs worth of extra watts being able to provide to the socket and to the CPU itself. Now, we're not going to go that high. We're going to test all 3 of these variables because I know for a fact water cooler is not going to go that high. It's going to basically draw as much power as it actually needs. That's what this setting is telling it. So we will test all 3 of these in correspondence here with the game boost technology that MSI has in place for CPU. We're going to go ahead and turn on the tower cooler, and we already have CPU. Then if you simply click the X button in the upper right corner, or you can come here into settings, save and exit. And if you want to see these changes before you actually apply them, you can click this Save Changes feature. Now, this is going to give you all of the information about what's going to be changed on the system so that you actually know exactly what it's going to do. There is a high caveat here that I want to provide to you. Note on here, it says that the smart fan feature has been disabled. By clicking the game boost for CPU, it maxes out your CPU fans. Depending upon the configuration, this might not be a good thing. Previous video, I went over how to exactly dial in the fan curve so that you got adequate airflow coming in and you weren't drawing in dust and other debris from other areas in the fan. By using an exhaust fan for your CPU, like in Project 7 here, if you max out your exhaust fan, you're going to draw more dirt and debris into your case. So before I would apply this setting, I actually would turn Smart Fan back on if you have pre-configured your fan curves like I've done here. To do that, we're simply going to bring up the hardware monitor menu. Now, this always loads a little bit slow, so don't freak out if that happens to you. You can see my CPU is now fully ramped from a fan standpoint. We're going to just go ahead and turn smart mode back on. That's going to allow this fan to RPM spin back down and follow the curve that I already have set up. Anytime you make a change to this item right here, you will have to update your fan curve. It does set it automatically each time. So how are we going to test this? Well, we have really 6 combinations that we're going to test. Game boost on and off, plus all 3 of these different variances. We'll test each one of those using both 3D Mark, Passmark, Far Cry 5, Hitman 3, and Borderlands 3. We're basically trying to see which one of these will give us the best overall performance out of those in order to really justify which of these settings we're going to leave on or potentially turn off. Or this could just be a whole bunch of hooey and it doesn't do anything. But I have faith
A
that
bunch
in
of
MSI that this
hooey.
actually will give us an adequate CPU boost for the purposes of playing games. So we're going to have it on cooler here, CPU there. We already fixed our fan curve. All of these options here are what this setting is going to apply. And we're going to say yes. And it's going to restart and get us back over into Windows. There's a nice little warning basically saying, hey, we are boosting your CPU. Please don't make any other changes to the CPU settings. Otherwise, you could mess something up. Now, the thing that you could mess up is if you overvolted your CPU. That is one of the only real ways that I know that you can completely damage a CPU nowadays. So, as long as you don't overvolt your CPU, as long as you don't overvolt your RAM and your GPU, chances are things are going to be recoverable if you are playing around and something just doesn't work. So here is the rundown for Borderlands 3 with all of the options basically turned on. You can see right here, XMP tuned fans is essentially our stock setting. The value that gave us the best overall performance in this instance was the water cooler with CPU boost turned on. Power cooler was just ever so slightly behind that one. Far Cry 5 tells a similar story. Far Cry 5 actually responded a little bit better than Borderlands 3, and that's basically what is the story of testing this. This is why we use multiple games in order to test these kind of features. You can see here that the tower option actually provided the best overall performance in conjunction with that CPU boost. Lastly, we have Hitman 3, which is showing the same trend as Far Cry 5. The water and the tower are at the top with CPU boost enabled. Now, this is only one way to actually look at this. If you really are trying to dial in your system performance, you're going to have to break out a spreadsheet because there's going to be multiple numbers that you're going to have to track over a long period of time. So let's bring up a spreadsheet. Now, I don't want to plug Microsoft products too much, but OneDrive in this instance really did come in handy. Here is the actual Excel file that I have been tracking with. The way to compare this, the baseline here at the top is what we're going to use as our benchmark. That's why it's a baseline. So we're going to compare against the baseline in each of these runs. So every time we make a change, we're going to compare it against the baseline itself. I also color coded this. So green is the first top performer, yellow is second, and then blue is third. So as we're looking at these values here, you can pretty much see a
I'm sorry. How you doing, Bruce? Good to see you here, bud. You got any enlightening facts for us today? You usually have some good information. Let's hear it, buddy. Been here for an hour now and only got 3 people watching and nobody talking. Damn. My computer that slow? Hey, Manel, we were just talking about you yesterday, hoping you're doing well. People were getting worried about you because nobody'd seen you in a while. Good to see you there. Deep Ridge, huh? You're alive, huh? Well, that's half the battle, right? Huh. Huh. Hey, Manel.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. And yourself?
Yeah, just healing and dealing with stuff. But yeah, my sister's gone all a bit weird on me with all the legal stuff. So, yeah, well, she's moving from Berlin to Bonn. So, and she's a bit older and she took lots of rings, if you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
she's really up. Yeah, she's not doing good. So, and she's, I mean, it's never been like a beautiful, wonderful relationship because of family and stuff,
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, I've had to talk to lawyers because she's not responding, and it's just all. So that's why I've not really been around because I've had gut issues and had to heal my tummy.
Yeah.
And well, yeah, and just life in general. My cat's still alive though.
Yes. The last time I seen her, it looked like she was doing really good.
Yeah, he's a good boy. He's strong. They're all alive. My dogs, my 3 dogs, my 2 cats. They're all doing well.
Yeah.
Probably better than me, actually.
Well, that's because you love them and you take care of them.
Yeah, they always come before me, you know.
I know
How's
that
your
one.
little lion? How's your little raspy lion doing? Is
My
you
lion.
know, yeah, the one with the short, with the licked off.
Oh,
How's that
oh.
doing?
She's doing okay. I think her hair might be coming back, but I'm not sure. Every time I think it is, I don't know. I can't I can't figure out why she lost it in the first place because she's the
It
only
looks
one.
like nervousness. It looks like nervousness.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mm. It's weird. I've never seen that before.
Well, what's weird is before it started happening, she used to keep to herself pretty much unless she was in heat. And when she was in heat, she was friendly. But before that, she was always, like, wasn't really sociable that much. And then after she lost her hair and stuff, it seemed like she got more friendly. I don't know. It was kind of weird.
That's bizarre, isn't it? I
Yeah.
mean, we don't see because we've all kind of lost that connection with nature. You know, that initial connection that we all have this. And so we don't know what is going on with the animals. But when and I'm sure you know this yourself, it's a mostly a no-brainer, and that is, I'm sorry, I've just had lunch. It was good though. Uh, so when we connect with nature, like on a personal level, I think that is, we all get caught up in all these, and that's not diminishing anything that anyone puts out because there's great content, that people put out, but we can get lost in all that babble, if you know what I mean, all the speak, and sometimes it's good to go away and just concentrate on your own life and your own being, and that's literally what I'm kind of doing now. Is concentrating on because without me, there's not the rest of my family, my immediate family.
Right.
And what's left of it. But it's like it's different for everyone, you know. And so if we concentrate on our immediate self, we can be there for others. That's really my point.
Yeah. Well, there's an old saying that says that your cup must be overflowing before others can receive your
Right?
yes.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Well, I think my cup is overflowing. Like it's quite, I mean, seriously, I'm in an overflowing house, so my cup is definitely overflowing, and not to diminish anything that I've experienced in my life, but I'm literally finding things from when I was a tiny little girl, and even before I was born in this
Yeah.
house. It's very strange. So it's a lot to digest, and nobody really wants to know about my personal stuff. Do you know what I mean? So there's really not a lot to talk about. When you go online and you listen to folk, and it's like, yeah, there's great stuff, like I said. But when you're dealing with your own stuff, it's like information overload. You can't take on any more than what you're dealing with. So I've stepped back.
Well, society likes to give us numerous accounts of info, and the reason they like to give you all this info is to keep you confused. Because if you're confused, you can't really figure out what the hell's going on.
Right. That's it. That's it.
It's
That's
the old
really that simple.
look at the left hand so you can't see what the right one's doing.
Right. That's it. It is. I mean, confusion is their weapon, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Without a doubt.
part of it anyway.
And
Yeah.
well, no, I think it's actually the main weapon, and it's with all this transgender nonsense, and it's just so. I literally feel like boking, if you know what that means. When I look at some of this stuff that they are showing little children, and a little child, when they see glittery, bright colours and all that, they're going to smile. because it's, you know, to them they don't look at the sexual aspect. But when you look
Right.
at it from an adult point of view, the deep dark meaning of it is really is confusing, and it's confusing that little child, male or female, it doesn't matter. You know, it is, and it is what I call boat material, and it's like for heaving. You know, it's not right. And so I have to step away from it because ugh, it's so disturbing what they're doing, and they're all. I mean, it's literally anyone that has been complicit in this nonsense that's been going on, and it's not just the last 3 years. I mean, it goes way back, but the last 3 years especially. Anyone that's complicit in what is happening to all of our families, all throughout the world, they will hang with the rest of them. I'm sorry, but they will. Whether you're a corporation or you're someone that decided to shove a needle in someone's arm, you will hang with the rest of them. Sorry to be a little bit angry about that, but it's coming, and they know it is, and they know that we're not playing their game anymore.
Yeah, you're getting some kind of feedback.
Am I?
Yeah, you got big time feedback, Manel.
I haven't got anything. There's no noise, no music, or anything here. Will I go out and come back in?
Yeah, try that.
Right.
Yeah, it definitely was her. So who else is on this channel this bright, sunny, wonderful day? She's back. All right, let's see how that sounds. Much
Is
better.
it better?
Yeah,
Is that
much better.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it was weird. It was like
Yeah.
I was getting like a water sound or a wind sound, and then I was getting a high pitched squeal and all kinds of funny
Weird.
things.
I've got nothing on here whatsoever. I'm on a tablet, so I'm not in any kind of listening
It
to
was
anything. There's no radio on or anything.
it's StreamYard messing with us.
Yeah.
You would think as
So
much
anyway,
money. You would
how
think
are
as
you
much
and
money as they make that they would be able to cure these problems, but needless to say, they're not worried about how our transmissions are plugging along.
So how's your family and Anna and the animals and that doing?
Oh, we seem to be doing pretty good. I've been the last few days. It's been kind of nice. Yesterday it was pretty rainy, but the couple days before that was kind of nice outside. So I went outside and worked on one of my bikes, my electric bikes, and did a bunch of cleanup outside. I got some more cleanup I want to do, but it was just too wet and icky yesterday.
Yeah, it's been kind of wet and weird weather here actually, because it was really warm and then it went really cold. No snow, but just kind of went icy. And now it's gone all warm again. And I mean, we are coastal here. I'm literally a 5-minute walk away from the beach, you know, if you want to call it that. But yeah, literally it's the mouth of the Forth. So I'm not actually on the ocean. It's like a big salt river, the Forth, that goes out.
The Salt River.
Yeah, have a look at Firth of Forth on the east coast of Scotland. You got Edinburgh, and you've got like the rail bridge and the 2 road bridges, amongst others, and it goes inland and that. So, but yeah, I'm close to the mouth of the Forth. So Crail is the mouth of the Forth, and I'm in a village back in from Crail. So going west, coming west towards you, basically on the Forth. I'm in one of the coastal villages, which is the East Nuke of Fife. It's nice, lovely walks around here. Very pretty.
That's cool.
So I went to go and buy because I bought these really nice leather collars for my little ankle nashers, and I wanted to get like a triple lead splitter. They're so small. I only need one lead, and once I get where we're walking, they all go off the lead anyway. They just, do their thing and go in the sea and wherever, No road anywhere where I've taken. So I went to go and get something solid, and it cost me nearly 70 quid to get like a triple lead coupler, and then the lead, and then I couldn't get a short leather handle because Amazon is full of nonsense. But there was one that was like perfect. And I wanted it at the right kind of fit, on the lead and all that. Freaking wouldn't let me buy it. So I ended up I went to Germany and bought a lead, a really serious leather lead from Germany. And
Yeah,
cost
man,
me
now
less
that,
than what Amazon wanted to charge me. You can't make this up.
yeah, that feedback came back again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it sounds like water's running, and then I'm getting a real high-pitched squeal, and it's taking your volume
Cool.
completely.
Well, I can hear like a water sound, but that might be your background.
No, because when you left last time, it quit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm,
Now
that's
it's
weird.
gone. Now it's gone.
Ooh. It might be the signal, because I haven't done anything. The tablet's sitting here. I do have a crappy signal though.
Yeah, no, I
Anyway, I
would.
just wanted to say hello and
Well, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you checked in with us, and I'm glad to see that you're doing, fair to Midland and fighting the battle.
yeah. Well, just let everyone know that knows that I send my love, and to you as well, and Anna, and all the fairies and the children as well, the older ones and the little ones and whatever,
Sounds good.
and
We'll
anyone
definitely
that's
do that,
listening as well.
man. We'll definitely do that.
Big,
You're
big
more
heart.
than
I love
welcome
you all.
anytime.
I know that. Bless you. All right,
All
I'm
right.
away now. I love you. Bye.
We love you too. Take care and have a great day and a better tomorrow.
You too. Bye.
Bye bye. All right. Who else is going to join me up here on this bright, beautiful Monday morning? Oh, let's see here. Hey, Erm. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing good. Things have been kind of slow today. Everybody got the Monday morning blues, I guess. I don't know. What do you think? Can we all just talk about me, man? So you trying to say you got those Monday morning blues also? We just gonna have to get the big stick out and whip you guys all into shape, get those blues right, beat those blues out of you, or what? Dab nabbit. Making me work this morning on this Monday morning? What the hell, over? Oh my God. Oh. Oh. Well, you know what you do when you want your coffee to have some extra kick is you just put twice the ground in that you normally do and half the water. And then you call it mud. Mud. When you put your spoon in the cup and the spoon stands straight up, that's when you know you got a good cup of coffee. No doubt about it. Now wait a minute. How can you get the Monday morning blues on Monday, Sunday? Wouldn't it be Sunday, Monday? Come on now. Get it right or don't get it at all. So let me get this right. On your calendar, it goes Monday, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, Sunday. I've never seen that kind of calendar before. What the hell, over? Hey, man. Can we come back to now, man? Can we come back to the present, man? uh, yeah, it's kind of weird how some days I'll wake up and when I wake up, I'll be, bright and chipper and ready to conquer the world. And then other days you wake up and it seems like, or I should say, I wake up and I'm just half alive, dragging ass, want to just go back to bed. Hey, I like that calendar. Where do I get one of those? A me calendar. That sounds like a very profitable business. Have your own me calendar. So I'm kind of wondering too if this calendar is going to have time slots on it. So at like 12 o'clock you got to eat lunch, and at 5 o'clock you got to eat dinner, and 8 o'clock you got to go play with yourself. Is it going to be scheduled like that, or is it an open schedule you can do as wish, when wish, and how you wish, and who you wish? Come on, says we got 4 people in here and only 1 are talking, damn it. Wow. My volume might be a little high. I don't know though. A little high on the TV. We'll see. I don't know. It just seemed kind of weird that, like at the end, I had that feedback sound and then I didn't do anything and it just went away. That's why I was thinking it was on her end because I didn't touch anything and it was there 1 second and then the next second it wasn't. So I don't know. What the hell do I know? Nothing. Yeah, I don't think I have that on. Yeah, I don't have I got the echo cancellation, but not the automatic mic adjustment. Yeah, I have a fan on in the background. Fan's part of my heat, though. You want me to freeze my little tushies off? Damn it! Hang on, I could try something. Ow! Is that better? Or can you still hear it? That's just the heater without the fan. Huh. Maybe. How about that? Is that better? Let's see if that picks that up now. Yeah, a little better, it seems like. There's still a good amount of background noise, huh? All right, let's try this. How about that? Can you still hear me and my background noise is gone? I turned my mic way down. Well, I turned it down quite a bit. It's down to like 23, I think it was, from 200. Let's see. No, it's at 35 right now. So is that sounding better now? But the background's gone? You can just hear me better now? Is those damn AV ears. They get you every time, damn it. Yeah, you would think a cam microphone wouldn't be that sensitive. Well, you trying to take one of my jobs away from me, damn it. So I could have swore one of my jobs was to worry about it. Now you're telling me not to worry about it. So now I don't know which way's up or down. Damn you, Herb. What the hell are you good for? But nothing but trouble. Damn people's parents. What are they good for anyway? Nothing but trouble. Come on now. It says we got 5 in the chat. We only got talking. Somebody else chime in. Let us know what's on your mind, what's in your soul, what's in your heart, or just tell us to go to hell in a handbasket. Almost 2 hours already. That's actually kind of gone by pretty quick. Dab nabbit. Hey, Patrick. Good to see you, man. Your phone's a hand biscuit? What flavor is that hand biscuit of yours today? Is it razzleberry? Is it strawberry? Or is it just a berry? Or is it something in between? So were you saying that you're from Oregon, Patrick, last night? Yeah, it's a little better. Damn, I can't believe the delay that's going on with this thing. It's kind of weird. Still no answer. Damn you, Patrick! uh, Come on, don't make me be up here by my ugly self. It's weird. I can see like a line going down my face. Ah, that's weird. Come on, people. Yeah, it's getting kind of cold in here now. Arizona laws, you must know, huh? Well, if things don't pick up in, let's see, like 3 minutes or something, and when it hits 2 hours, if it don't start getting more productive here, I think I'll just end the stream. Oh, I guess somebody didn't want to hear that because they just left. Damn it. Dab nabbit. Let's see here. What can we see here today? No CPU required, huh? Huh. All right, we got Keebez Tech, KLEEBZ Tech. Please like, subscribe, and share. This video is used for entertainment purposes only.
Hey guys, welcome back to Cleeps Tech. Today we're going over updating the BIOS on your Gigabyte Z690 motherboards. We have a Gigabyte Z690 Elite AX DDR4 we've got today. We need to update the BIOS on this in order to even be able to install Windows on an M.2 drive. So we're going to be doing that. What you're going to need is obviously going to need your Gigabyte motherboard. You're going to need a power supply, and then you're going to need a flash drive, preferably under 32 gigs. We have a 8 gigabyte 2.0 drive here that we're going to be using to update our BIOS. It has flashing LED indicators on it, which should be helpful in determining whether or not it's actually working. If you don't have LEDs on your flash drive, it may not be easy to tell, but we're going to find out. And yeah, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our flash drive and we're just going to plug it into the computer where we're going to download our BIOS from. And from there, we're going to head over to our screen.
The safest way to make sure you don't format the wrong USB drive is to only have the drive that you're using plugged in. Then we'll right-click on that USB drive. In the context menu, select Format, and then we'll choose the FAT32 file system if it's not already selected. And we can just start the format with the defaults. Once it's done, click on OK. And we'll proceed to the support page for your motherboard next. Once you're on the support page, make sure you're at the proper motherboard, any revisions. Then go to the download section. I'm going to scroll down to the BIOS area. Expand that. You want to find the most recent BIOS update, which is going to be at the top of the list. And we're going to want to download that. And we're going to actually just, easiest way is to save it directly to the USB drive that you'll be using. And navigate to that USB drive where you saved the file. We're just going to right click on that. We'll just extract it all directly to the top level directory, the root directory. So we'll just delete everything after the drive letter and the slash. Now, once that's complete, we can actually delete everything else. We only need to keep the BIOS file on there, which is probably going to be the largest file, and it'll end in whatever the version number. For us, it was the F7. We're just going to rename that by right-clicking, delete everything, including the extension. You're going to rename that to gigabyte.bin. Gigabyte capitalized and bin lowercase. and you're all set. All we need to do is eject the USB drive.
This video is used for entertainment purposes only.
Now that we've got our BIOS put onto our flash drive, we're all set to get our motherboard set up. So first thing we're going to need is going to need a power supply. We're using a Superflower Elite X3 here. It's a little bit overkill for what we're doing right now, but we're going to grab the power cable, the motherboard, the 24 pin for the motherboard, and we'll grab the CPU as well. And obviously you're going to actually need the power supply. So I'll put these over here for now. Pull the power supply out. Packaging away.
Moose.
Moo.
Moose.
Am I clear?
Oh yeah, you're clear.
Holy shit. Loud and clear, huh?
Damn it. You're gonna ruin your image.
Oh, I know. So why is everybody simping on Jack Talcott?
I'm not sure what you pre-tell we might be talking
Everybody,
about. Everybody's what?
well, everybody's simping.
Are they picking on the poor man?
No, they're not on him. They're praising the man. Praising the man for being absolutely fucking nuts.
Now you're robot.
And there's nothing wrong with being nuts, Larry.
Well, I resemble that remark. I even have papers telling me so. Hi, Mary. Good morning. So is that
And the
other day?
little Doogie's back.
How many times have you been to that Bucky place before the other day?
That was my second time.
Your what time?
Second time.
Second time. That's pretty incredible.
Amazing, right? They have everything.
About the closest thing we have to that, especially as many pumps, would be like a Costco or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like that, but it's like, you know, you're on the road and you pull in Buc-ee's and you're not stressed.
Oh shit! They don't want you talking. They just said you're the hell out of here. You're fucking out the door, bud. You were out of signal last night, huh? Not a problem, man. Just don't ever let it happen again. Dab nabbit. Some people's kids, I'll tell you. What are they good for? Can we just talk about me, man? Can we come back to the present, man? Come back to reality, man. Well, guess I've learned everything I need to know about that. Let's see. Went from 5 to 2 people just that quick. Dab nabbit. Oh. Oh. Wrong one. Well, I don't know what to do. Over. Been here almost for 2 hours and not much has happened, and so I don't know. Well, unless some people start joining in here pretty quick and interjecting, and whatever you want to do is fine with me, but I'm not going to sit here and look like this by myself, damn it. So I'm going to wait a couple more minutes, and if things don't start rolling, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream for now and possibly start another one later, depending on the weather and what I can get done today. All right, we got 2 hours and 3 minutes at 2 hours and 5 minutes. If nobody chimes in, we're going to go ahead and end this stream. I hope you all have a great, wonderful day and a better tomorrow. Same time, same bat channel. No doubt about it. Quack, quack. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh. One minute. 1 minute and counting. 50. All right, that's 2 hours and 5 minutes. I think I'm going to go ahead and end this. You guys all take care. Have a great day and a better tomorrow, like I said before. Same bat channel, same time tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. Hope to see you all there. You take care. Bye-bye.